is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the mid-level media channel. This is your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, look, we are here for the Physical Media Report episode 280. This one's going to feel a little weird because I'm actually filming this on Friday. I just found out today I've got to work like the entire weekend, which is always fun when you find that out on Friday. So I'm going to film this tonight. It's still going to go up on Monday. So there may be, usually the weekends are pretty quiet. There's not a lot of stuff that gets announced. Maybe Kino will throw something out there, but I feel like I'm safe. Like I don't feel like there'll be any huge announcements over the weekend. If there is, I'll do another video tonight. How about that? I'll do a video, or maybe I'll just drop that over the weekend. And we'll have already talked about it by now. Anyway, I'm already rambling. Before we get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, comment down below, guys, of everything that we talk about here today. We've got some exciting stuff to talk about, guys. Exciting stuff. There's some cool stuff to talk about as well, both cool and exciting. But let me know what you're the most excited about. Let me know what gets those physical media juices flowing, guys, in that comment section below. And let me bring up my Instagram page. I've been flooding everybody, spamming the physical media community with my posts today because I was trying to get all my posts up because I knew I wanted to film this tonight. So I posted like 80 times today, it felt like. But yeah, like I said, lots of news to discuss. If you aren't following me at the Physical Media Report on Instagram, please do so. I'm not so active on X or any other social media account. Instagram is where I post a lot of these news bits before I actually film the report. So, and I use this to do the report. So if you want to know all, if you want more by the minutes coverage and announcements, follow me at the Physical Media Report. That's linked down below. You can also follow my main Instagram account, Mid-Level Media, where I just post pictures of physical media and just whatever else. I just random stuff sometimes. But all right, let me put myself at the bottom here. Let's do that. I'm always on the bottom. That's what he said. Anyway, this is gonna be a wild one, guys. I worked 10 hours today, come home, got to go back to work tomorrow. I know look, you guys don't care about my personal life, okay? You're like, Ken, what are you talking? Just get into the physical media news. Okay. That's all we care about. That's what we're here for. All right, that's what we're doing. Okay. Now, some of the stuff I already went over, but let's start with Nobody 2. And guys, we're going to cover announcements. We're also going to cover deals. There's some cool deals going on right now. And then we're going to get into what's new this week. Everything that I discuss in today's video that has an Amazon link, I will link it down below in the description. I may provide other links as well, Groove links, possibly Diabolic, Arrow Video, Shout Factory. I'll try to link everything that I possibly can. All right. Down below, Walmart. There's a Walmart exclusive here down below in the description. Okay. So Nobody 2. This is a movie that just came out starring Bob Odenkirk. I actually saw the first Nobody in the theaters. I wanted to see the second one, but then it felt like it came out and then it made no money and then it was just gone. And I had no opportunity to do so. And so now I'm just going to wait and grab the 4K because I got the 4K, the first one. Maybe I'll just wait till it drops down to like 15 bucks or something and I'll grab it then. But I do want to see this at some point because I did enjoy the first one. But Nobody 2 is coming to 4K. It is coming to Blu-ray as well. And they are both coming out on October the 7th from Universal, right? Yes, Universal did this. I was thinking it might be Lionsgate, but it is not. Now, let me go ahead and show off the Walmart exclusive Steelbook because it just makes sense to do it this way. So this is the Nobody 2 Walmart exclusive. This is exclusive on Walmart.com. This is the Nobody 2 4K Steelbook available at Walmart, and that one is also coming out on October the 2nd or 7th, guys, October the 7th. And this one does match Nobody. So that's nice that this one matches the Steelbook for Nobody. That was nice of Universal to do that. Now let's go ahead and jump into the Shout Factory announcements for November. And guys, look, and we're going to cover Shout Factory. We're going to cover Scream Factory, Hong Kong Cinema Classics. Look, we finally got it. We got Hard Boiled coming to 4K from Shout Factory. Look at this thing, guys. Let me go over. As you can see, and I covered this on a live stream the other night. As you can see, look at this. It's a chunky box. It's a chunky box. Now, is it going to be a hard case? Like, what's it actually going to feel like? I don't know. but it's got a booklet. It's got an actual, like, 4K AMRA case, and it's inside of a bigger box set. So, like, clearly, Shout Factory has their priorities straight. This is what they're leaning into going forward, I think, is this Hong Kong Cinema Classics line. And this is, I don't know what spine this is. I feel like it was like 17 or something, but hard boiled. And I went over all the special features in my live stream the other night, but this thing's got like 9 new special features. There's an interview with John Woo. It's an incredible edition. It is an incredible edition, but it comes out on November the 4th. It's a new scan from the original camera negative with HDR and Dolby Vision, and it's absolutely packed, guys, packed to the gills with special features. It's ridiculous what this has on it. And I do believe it's a 3-disc set. I want to say though, guys, this, because a lot of people were complaining about the price. This was like 60 something, $66 on Amazon. It was $66 on Shout Factory's website. It's actually $45 right now currently, which is still a hefty price point, okay? But it's a lot better than 66. It's actually $45 on Orbit and Diabolic. So if you're gonna get this, I recommend getting it from there. It's possible it will drop to that price point on Amazon at some point, but I don't know, guys. I would just go ahead and order it from Diabolic, or Orbit. I think I ordered it from Orbit. I went ahead and put in my order for the Florida Project, Hard Boiled, and something else. I can't remember. But I'm excited to see this one, guys. I really am. I do consider myself a John Woo fan, but I have not seen his earlier Hong Kong works. I haven't seen Hard Boiled and something else that we're getting ready to talk about in a second. I'm just a fan of his 90s action films like Hard Target, Broken Arrow, Face Off. Like those movies I freaking loved, especially Face Off and Broken Arrow. I watched those movies so many times as a kid. But I'm excited to to jump into Hard Boiled for sure. It's one that I've been waiting to check out. And then when I heard the rumblings that it was going to come to 4K from Shout Factory, I waited even longer, and now I'm going to be rewarded to get to watch this movie for the first time with this beautiful 4K edition from Shout Factory. So, what do you guys think about Hard Boiled, guys? This is a big one. That's a big one. A Better Tomorrow trilogy, which is also a trilogy of Hong Kong cinema films directed by John Woo. This is going to be coming out all 3 of these movies on 4K on November the 18th. And this is loaded with special features as well, audio commentaries, all kinds of stuff. And all 3 of these movies are on 4K. It's a nice box set release with 3, I think, individual AMRA cases on the inside. So it looks like a great addition. Looks like an absolutely fantastic addition. This is spine number 19 through 21. So yeah, very cool. They're putting out all the John Woo stuff in 1 month for the month of November. And you would be like, well, that's a great November just in and of itself, what Shout Factory is doing right there. But no, they're not done yet, guys. Let's talk about vampires. They're doing I think this is an Amazon exclusive steelbook. I could be wrong. Maybe it is on their website, but I think this is an Amazon exclusive steelbook of vampires. Now, it's a nice steelbook. I like the steelbook. The artwork is really nice. But my only issue with this is they just did the 4K. It was like January or February they put the 4K out. And I don't have an issue like, okay, you put out a 4K and then 2 or 3 years later, you do the steelbook. Like Escape from New York just recently got a 4K steelbook. Prince of Darkness just recently got a 4K steelbook. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Nobody cares if I have an issue anyway, right? I don't have an issue with that. That is perfectly fine. But when you put the 4K out and then 6 months later you do a 4K steelbook, that just feels dirty. That just feels dirty. It's like, well, just do it at the same time. Like give people the option because a lot of people just bought Vampires on 4K because they probably didn't think a 4K steelbook was coming. Now 4K steelbook's coming. Maybe they're steelbook collectors and they would want to get this on a 4K steelbook, but they already bought it. And you're just kind of screwing the consumer. You're screwing the customer. And maybe that's just the goal, of some of these labels and studios at this point. I don't know. It feels like it sometimes. But it's just kind of crap. And I'm gonna call it out of its crap, guys. That's what I do. I call it as I see it. But this is coming out on November the 4th from Scream Factory. In fact, the only 2 announcements we got from Scream Factory this month were 2 steelbooks of previous 4K releases. This one's The Howling, with a very questionable steelbook. Now, somebody said that the smiley face is in the movie. It probably is. I can't remember it off the top of my head. I've only seen The Howling maybe 3 or 4 times, and a lot of those times was when I was a kid. I did watch it, I think, back in 2017. That was the last time I watched it. But, it's still just not great artwork, and I think that most people that voiced their opinion on this artwork have agreed with that. I don't know, there's just something about it. It just doesn't feel like The Howling to me. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Like, maybe on something else it wouldn't be terrible, but I don't know, like the back with all the mouths and it just looks, I don't know, it just looks kind of tacky to me. I don't know, guys. What do you think of this steelbook? The Howling 4K steelbook, this is coming out on November the 4th as well. And it's gonna be the same transfer as the old 4K. It's gonna have all the same features, gonna have all the same stuff. There's nothing new here with this release. And then we got the rest of the announcements from Shout Factory, Scream Factory. We got another Steelbook, Renfield 4K Steelbook. Now, this was a Walmart exclusive. Now I think it's going to be available on Amazon to get. I think that's the big difference. And I think it might be available on the Shout Factory website as well. But so that's getting a 4K Steelbook November the 11th. We've also got Spotlight, which is a Best Picture winner from 2015, starring Michael Keaton. That is getting a 4K November the 11th. We've also got Snowden, which is an Oliver Stone film. That is coming out November the 11th, and that's going to have a ton of new special features as well because Oliver Stone's involved, and he's been doing great work with all of his 4Ks. Spotlight, by the way, has nothing new. The Beastmaster, this one's kind of interesting because it was a Vinegar Syndrome 4K. Now it's going to be a Scream Factory 4K. That is getting a 4K as well on November the 25th. So, I mean, all in all, like it's a good month. I mean, this is a good month for Shout Factory. Now, I do understand like the frustration with Scream Factory. Like maybe they're promoting, maybe Beastmaster's a Scream Factory title. It might be now that I think of it. But still, like that's it for Scream Factory. It just feels like they're leaving Scream Factory behind. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I feel that way. But yeah, what do you think of the November announcements? I mean, just with Hard Boiled and the trilogy, A Better Tomorrow trilogy. I mean, it's a great month just with those two releases alone. All right, so let's get into the Imprint releases. So Vinegar Syndrome just did William Freakin's Jade on 4K. Now Imprint is doing another edition of Jade on 4K, nice box set edition. This thing is stacked though. There is a new audio commentary. There's new Freakin's Enigma. Like maybe this stuff was on the Vinegar release. I know sometimes they'll promote stuff as new if it's crossing over from like a different label because it's recent. But maybe Imprint didn't do it. I don't know. But there is a documentary, The Kid Stays in the Picture 2002 with this one as well. So yeah, loads of new features though. Looks like a great addition. I won't get it because I literally just bought the Vinegar Syndrome version, so I don't need this movie. Then this one's a really cool announcement. This is a John Dahl film, and I just watched like his trilogy of movies. It's kind of a loose trilogy from the 90s, or 80s and 90s, but the one was with Val Kilmer, and I am blanking on the name of it. But then we've got Red Rock West with Nicolas Cage, which is great. And then The Last Seduction was the last of that so-called trilogy, and that came out in 1994. And I really like this movie a lot. I don't know if I like it enough to shell out because these editions, guys, I'll just call it like it's ridiculous pricing. I mean, $90 to $100 to get these movies on 4K. It's like I look, I don't have a problem, paying 50, 60, especially if it's a super premium limited edition, second sight edition, something like that. But like these editions right here are, to me, in my opinion, nothing to write home to mom about. It's a couple of cases inside of a box set with a booklet. Like Vinegar Syndrome does this stuff all the time. And Second Sight, like I said, Arrow Video, they don't feel the need to charge $90 to $100 for their releases, but Imprint does. So that's my only issue. Like if this was 40 or 50, I might get it because I did really like the movie. And I would like that other film of his to get a 4K at some point. I wish I could remember the name, but Val Kilmer's in it. And it was a really good movie too. I like that one a lot also. Somebody will help me out in the comment section. But The Last Seduction, good movie, great addition as well. This thing has got an interview with director John Dahl, which I don't even think Red Rock West had an interview with John Dahl. It's got an interview with Peter Berg. It's got an interview with freaking Bill Pullman. Like maybe that's why this is so expensive because they got Bill Pullman. Eric L. Beeson is in this as well. Interview with a cinematographer. I mean, it is a great addition, and they got the director. They got some stars of the movie, um, and they got some other archival stuff too. Great addition. Like I'm not knocking the addition at all, but it's just damn. It's like I cannot bite on this. Like it is something I would want, but I just cannot pay $100 to get this. But it's got an 80-page booklet. It's got a 128-minute extended version of the film as well in standard definition, and it's got an audio commentary on that extended version by John Dahl. So very cool though, guys. I mean, if you got the money to blow, then imprint your label. All right, next up, this is the one that's killing me. Like I love G.I. Jane. I love G.I. Jane. I do. It is I used to watch this movie all the time when I was a kid. Directed by Ridley Scott, starring Demi Moore. This thing is loaded with special features as well. It's getting a 4K edition, 4K UHD plus Blu-ray limited edition hardback booklet, imprint collection, $4.99. It comes out on November the 26th. So all these come out on November the 26th, by the way, guys. But it's got all kinds of special features: Dolby Vision, restored from the original 35mm camera negative, audio commentary by director Ridley Scott, new 4K scan of theatrical trailer. Damn, it's got a 4K scan of theatrical trailer. But you got 5 new interviews here. Interview with Ridley Scott. I mean, of course, you don't have Demi Moore, you don't have Viggo Mortensen, but you got some other people in the cast. You got the writer, you got the director, and I mean, look, it's a great looking addition. It really is. This is the one that if I'm going to get any of these, this is going to be the one that I'm going to get. Um, and I'm fighting myself hard on this one because again, like 80, 90, $100 to get these. It's a lot of money for one movie. I do love G.I. Jane. And another cool thing about this is I believe that G.I. Jane, it's either a Hollywood Pictures film, which is Disney, or it's Touchstone. I cannot remember exactly what it is, but I think it's Disney. And that means that Disney is licensing stuff. Now, could it be a different thing overseas because this is Australia? I don't know, but it is cool to see a Hollywood Pictures Touchstone movie get licensed to a boutique label and to come out in 4K. And I hope we see more of that. So, like, part of me just wants to support it just because of that, but at the same time, it's a lot of money. But yeah, G.I. Jane, guys, I love this movie. I used to watch it all the time. It might be weird to say I watched G.I. Jane a lot as a kid, but I did. So yeah, I love this movie, and I would definitely want to see it in 4K for sure. I think it would look great in 4K. And it's got a 60-page hardback book as well. So that's very cool. And then last up, I don't have a ton to say about this one. Battle of Britain. I don't know anything about this, but it's coming out on November the 26th as well. New 4K Dolby Vision HDR, and it's restored at fidelity and motion as well. And it's got new audio commentary here, and not too much in terms of special features. I'm trying to see. Okay, so they got some documentaries on here as well and a featurette, and they're saying that there's more features that may be announced later. But down here at the bottom, I'm seeing a new documentary, new interview with film historian Sheldon Hall, new feature documentary including interviews. So this thing's got new documentaries. So yeah, tons of great stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that Imprint don't put like a lot of work into these releases. Maybe that's why the price point's so high. Again, you're getting like legitimate stars and like legitimate, like big, huge directors do special features. Maybe that's why the price is so high. But it's very high, guys. It's very, I had to call that out. I mean, it's true. If I don't do it, you guys are gonna do it. All right. So Battle of Britain, that's the last thing. I mean, Imprint's just been, I don't know what's going on over there. Like, I feel like they just announced like 6 titles for November, then they announced the Halloween box set. Then they announced this slate of 4 big box sets. Like they're just freaking destroying right now, destroying everybody's wallet. Like imagine being an Imprint collector right now. That would be crazy. Oh my goodness, guys, The Hills Are Alive with The Sound of Music. Yes, The Sound of Music is officially coming to 4K. It's coming out from Disney, and it's coming out on September the 23rd because you know Disney, they like to announce stuff, and then 2 weeks later it comes out. It's like, here it is, and there it is, it's out. Which is kind of cool, I guess. But this is scheduled to arrive on September 23rd. This is a new 4K restoration of the film. with Dolby Vision, HDR, Dolby Atmos audio track as well, because you gotta have Dolby Atmos with the sound of music, guys. Come on. Audio commentary by Julie Andrews, Christopher Plummer. So I imagine that's an old commentary. You got another older commentary. You got a sing along version on the Blu-ray. That's also on the 4K as well, though. Audio commentaries. Disc 3, you got the sound of a city documentary. Julie Andrews returns to Salzburg, Austria. A city of song filming locations in Salzburg, Austria. Musical stages, the songs, the show, the family, vintage program, sound of music. So I don't know if there's anything new here. Maybe this is all supplemental material, but it's cool that this is just coming out though. I mean, I feel like I talked about this a few months ago, maybe like 6 months ago. So, and it's a cool edition. It's 3 disc set. It's got art cards. It's not a steel book, so I guess that's cool, but it's still going to be the same price probably as a steel book because it looks like a kind of a maybe like a digipack edition or something. It's got art cards, it's got discs, it's the Sound of Music. I don't know if this is one that I necessarily like have to jump to get. I've seen the Sound of Music maybe once in my life, and I don't remember enjoying it when I watched it. I was like 11 when I saw it, so maybe I would enjoy it now. I just don't have a ton of nostalgia for it. It's a great movie, and I'm sure it'll look great on 4K. It's a classic, no doubt, but I don't know if I'm going to get this one. Just being honest. Next up, we've got this one I will 100% get. Great film directed by Milos Forman, and that is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, coming to 4K. Now, as of right now, we just have this 4K Steelbook. It is up for pre-order on groove.com. And guys, do not be thrown off by that blank artwork on the cover. We've seen this happen. Constantine, The Conjuring. Warner Brothers does this sometimes. They'll just throw this up there because they want you to know it's out there and it's available to pre-order, and it kind of just gets the talk going. It gets the anticipation going. And I don't even think this has a release date as of yet. So, and also I fully anticipate, because this is Warner Bros., this is what they do. They'll do the 4K Steelbook, and they will also do a 4K slipcover. And there will probably also be, I think we've already seen it and already talked about it. I think it was already up for pre-order on Zavi. There will be a Steelbook box set release that is a UK only release. So that's probably going to be the model for this. And again, this is not the official artwork. I'm sure they will reveal the official artwork very soon, though. But you can see the interior artwork, which is an iconic image of the movie. And just very cool, guys. I'm excited for this. I haven't seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in maybe 15 years. I think the last time I watched it was on cable, and I don't have it on Blu-ray. So this is going to be a great reason to add it to the collection finally, because this is one I've been holding off on. Like, I've thought about getting it before, but I'm like, no, this is a big one. Like they'll do this in 4K. Plus, they've done other Milos Forman films recently, like Amadeus, but maybe that was the only one. I feel like they did another one. Man on the Moon was not 4K. That was just a Blu-ray from Kino. But anyway, are you excited for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? I am. Let me know in the comment section below. Next up, guys, we've got Weapons was officially announced. Now, we've already seen the Steelbook. I showed that off a few weeks ago, but Weapons, which is a Zach Kreger's new horror film, horror sensation, did so well at the box office, still doing well at the box office right now. I think it was like #1 this past weekend, actually. But Weapons will be available on 4K and Blu-ray from Warner Bros. This October the 14th. And down below, we have some details. Let's see. So Weapons, digital 4K. And I mean, look, that we have to address this. Zach Kreger, I did a shorts about him a couple of weeks ago. Barbarian is still not on 4K. That is Zach Kreger's other film. It is still not on Blu-ray. Now you can get a bootleg and do it that way. But for me personally, like, I will do it if I absolutely have to, but I would like to hold Disney's feet to the fire just a little bit longer to see if they're going to crack and actually give us a solid edition of that. Especially if they're licensing stuff to boutique labels, who knows? But it's got to be cool after that movie to finally have your film come to physical media. So I figured that he would do it up big with this one. And let's see, director Zach Kreger, making horror personal featurette. Zach Kreger unravels the intricate origins of Weapons. In this insightful exclusive, he details the initial spark of inspiration that ignited the project, revealing how elements of his own life experiences found their way into the film's core. So very cool. Then you got Weaponized, the cast of Weapons featurette. Then you got Weapons, Texture of Terror featurette. I did figure there would be an audio commentary here. I figured that they would do an audio commentary for this, but maybe later as a digital only feature, like they're doing with Superman. That's a knock I can give to Warner Brothers. That is a knock I can give to them because I feel like they're the only studio that's done something like that. They did it with Dune as well. But Weapons, guys, I really enjoyed Weapons. I saw it in the theater, so I will most certainly. Actually, I've already pre-ordered the Steelbook, so yes, I will be getting this on physical media. But that is the 4K. The Blu-ray is not going to have a slipcover, so just gonna let you guys know that right there. And let's go ahead and that comes out October the 14th, guys. All right, let's talk about the two UK Tron releases. We got Tron and Tron Legacy. These are the regular standard UK editions. These will not be available in the States. Disney will only have the Steelbook versions. But as I'm talking right now, guys, the pre orders for the Steelbooks in the States went up, I think, on Walmart and Amazon. I did link those in my community tab. I am expecting, as of right now, me putting this out, those have been sold out. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it. Those are sold out. They will probably come back at some point, but I bet the initial run has sold out. Like this, I feel like the anticipation for this, the reaction for these movies on 4K has been white hot. I haven't seen anything like it in quite some time. Not even for Tombstone, Kingdom of Heaven, or Master and Commander. People were excited, like messaging me frequently. The comment section was insane with people just saying that they're refreshing Amazon every 5 minutes. These things are selling out. Okay. So don't even look in the description. I'll have the links down there, but it's sold out. But look, here's the thing. These UK editions will be the exact same. They're just not going to be a steelbook, but they'll be slipcover editions of Tron Legacy. And I don't know what the release date for these are. I want to say that they're the same, maybe a week later after the US release date of September the 16th. But these are both available to pre-order on Diabolic DVD. I also think they're available to pre-order on Zavi and probably Orbit DVD as well. And they're both available for $34.99, whereas the Amazon Steelbooks or the Steelbooks in the States are $39.99. But no, we will not get these in the States. We will not get these in the States. These are UK standard editions, and they're also getting the Steelbooks in the UK as well. They're getting both editions in the UK, but over here in the States, we just get the Steelbooks. Okay. Um, don't ask me why. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But I like this cover for Tron. I do like the cover for Tron. Right here, you got all the details. Dolby Atmos 714, Dolby True HD 5.1, DTS digital surround, bonus footage commentary, feature commentary, deleted scenes, documentaries, Tronology, the Tron phenomenon, making of documentary. So it looks like we're going to have quite a few special features here, commentaries. I don't know if any of those are going to be new, if they're going to be past archival stuff, but very cool that we are getting both of these movies to come to 4K. I do have details on the restoration though, and it was on Blu-ray.com. I forgot to put it on my Instagram. So let me read this real quick and I can share this. So we're on Blu-ray.com, and it's saying right here when it comes to the restoration, Tron was digitally scanned and carefully restored by Walt Disney Film Restoration Team, who corrected dirt, warping, and other imperfections to ensure pristine image quality. The work was supervised by director Steven Lesberger. Um, and then it says Tron Legacy has been remastered in high dynamic range from the original digital sources under the supervision of director Joseph Kosinski, who also recently directed F1 and also Top Gun Maverick. He directed that film back in 2011, I think is when it came out. So there's the details on the restorations. These seem like they're going to be stunning. Like just from the sound of it, like they really went in and cleaned up Tron. It feels like these are going to be among the more impressive 4Ks of 2025. So I definitely understand the hype and the anticipation for both of these. All right, let's go back. But those are the UK editions. Also over in the UK, we got for Eureka. Blu-ray releases coming out, the Fatomas trilogy, Rio Lobo, which I'm honestly like, I kind of want to get it, but then I feel like somebody in the States will release it on 4K, but it's a John Wayne film and I kind of want it. And then you got Shogun Samurai, and then you got Le Nota is coming to 4K. So those are 3 Blu-ray releases and 1 4K releases, and that's what's coming out from Eureka in November. All right. Then we got the more Tron news, guys. The Tron 4K Steelbooks, they went up for pre-order. Now, these are the UK Steelbooks. Keep that in mind. They went up for pre-order on Zavi. So they're up on Zavi right now. You can get those if you want the UK editions, but they are a little bit more expensive at $46.99. But if you're in the UK, I mean, it's a no-brainer. That's probably what you're going to get. All right, next up, we've got a lot of stuff, guys. Shudder will release on Blu-ray Creepshow, the complete series from 2019 to 2022. The release is scheduled to arrive on the market on November the 11th. So this is the TV series. And I think at the very same time, Shudder announced that they canceled the show as well. So you got 4 seasons here in a really cool box set. Like, this thing is really freaking awesome. It's a top loader. It kind of reminds me of that Child's Play set. Also some other sets, but that's just the first one that come to mind, where you take the top off and then you can pull out the little digipack releases. But it looks really cool. I've never seen this show. I've heard good things. I don't have any of the seasons on physical media. I think they did release some individually as they came out. So maybe it's possible I will get this at some point. It is a really awesome box set, though. But that comes out on November the 11th. Next up, we've got this really cool box set of 10 Shudder movies on Blu-ray coming out. And this is called Shudder: A Decade of Fearless Horror, a collector's edition, which is scheduled to arrive on the market on November the 11th. So this is Shudder celebrating its 10th anniversary. But in this set, you got Terrified, the Mortuary Collection, The Dark and the Wicked, Host, Mad God, VHS 94, Caveat, Skinamarink, Late Night with the Devil, and In a Violent Nature. So it's kind of a greatest hits of Shudder. Only problem with me is I've got all but 2 of these already in the collection. So I definitely don't need this. Terrified and Caveat are the only 2 that I don't have currently in my collection. But a lot of these are really solid horror films. Some of these are great horror films. I think Host is a great found footage movie. I really enjoy VHS 94. Skinamarink, I oddly kind of liked, but a lot of people did not like that movie. And I think that Late Night with the Devil and In a Violent Nature are great horror films. So really cool box set coming out from Shudder on November the 11th. We've also got a super duper Wild Robot UK Steelbook box set edition. It's coming in a rigid slipcase with spot gloss, 2-disc gloss steelbook, 40-page booklet of production notes, double-sided poster, and art cards. And this is coming out on November the 3rd in the UK. And you can pre-order it on Zavi.com right now. So this is coming out from Universal over in the UK. Really nice edition, but we are not getting this in the States. We are only getting this in the UK, but you can pre-order it off of Zavi. And again, it's limited to 3,000 units worldwide, which is a pretty good amount considering they only gave us 4,000 of the Nightmare on Elm Street Steelbook box set. We got 3,000 of the Wild Robot. All right. Next up, we got Darren Aronofsky's newest film, Caught Stealing. We do have pre-orders up here for the 4K and the Blu-ray. It's on Amazon right now. No official cover art yet, but this release is coming out from Sony on November the 11th. Haven't seen this movie, but I've heard kind of mixed things about it. Next up, The Conjuring Last Rites is coming out on 4K and Blu-ray. Warner Bros. Is always quick to announce stuff, but we have no release date as of yet. But we are getting this on 4K. We're getting this on Blu-ray. We're also getting it on DVD and 4K Steelbook. The pre-order is not up on Amazon yet, but they are up on Groove.com currently. Now, they just have the Steelbook on there. They do not have the actual Steelbook artwork yet, which sometimes they do have that. Like Weapons, they had it the weekend of, and then sometimes they don't. But there is a Steelbook we will be showing off of Conjuring Last Rites here in a second. Actually, let me just go ahead and do it. How about that? All right, so this is the HMV exclusive Steelbook. So this is only available in the UK. I'm not even so sure that you can pre-order if you're in the States from HMV. I don't know if they ship to the States. So you might have to figure out another way to get this if you want it. Maybe Diabolic will get it or something. Or it's very possible that maybe this is the same artwork we'll get on our steelbook over here. I don't know, but this is, the artwork's okay. It's pretty nice. I don't know if I need a steelbook for this movie. I have not liked the Conjuring movie all that much since Annabelle Creation, and I really just am kind of lukewarm on that one. I just love the first two, and that's pretty much it. So I'm not like exactly rushing out to the theaters to see this, and I don't know if I need to pre-order a 4K steelbook of it right away either. But it is a cool steelbook. All right, let's go back down and talk about the Newsroom. The entire series of the Newsroom with Jeff Daniels is coming to Blu-ray on October the 7th. So that is pretty cool. I never saw this show. I have heard good things, but I maybe need to check it out at some point. And next up, guys, I called this maybe like 2 years ago. I called this when all these movies were coming to Blu-ray. I was like, A24 will 100% do a 4K box set edition of their own, and that's what they're doing. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that, but we did get a pre-order for the X trilogy, all coming to 4K, and that pre-order is up on Barnes and Noble right now, and it's going to be $99.99 to get all these. So this is going to be an A24 release. So one of their little digipack releases. Now I'm guessing this is going to be like The Lighthouse or Midsummer. It's going to be one of those big like case releases for all three of these movies, but it could be something completely different, something that we've never seen before. I don't see them making like a little flimsy digipack like they do with some of the other ones for $100 and just putting 3 discs in it. I really see them going all out for this. So this is probably going to be a pretty damn cool addition from A24 when they put it out, but it will be available on the A24 website. It'll be available probably on Walmart.com and also Barnes and Noble, and it will be probably in the Barnes and Noble stores as well. But really awesome. I'm definitely excited for this. I've got all these on Blu-ray because I did not pick up, I don't think I picked up Maxine on 4K. I picked it up on Blu-ray because I just wanted it in the collection and I knew the 4K would come at some point and it would be something like this. I just knew it. But yeah, guys, that's what we're getting. No official release date. I heard it was coming in October, but I couldn't find any information that really confirmed that. And then we went over the Steelbook for Nobody 2. Let's go ahead. We'll come back to the new releases. Let's jump on. See, we still got the Barnes Noble Arrow video sale going on right now, guys. So that is something to note going on right now. Let's see. I want to look at what's the lowest Blu-ray prices right now, because there was a pretty big 4K sale, or lowest 4K prices. Sorry, guys. There was a pretty big 4K sale going on this week with some Warner Brothers and Universal titles that I did post in my community tab, but it's worth going over them again because it looks like they're still on sale, at least as of right now, as of Friday. Now, I will link all these again, like I said, guys, in the description down below, so you can check out the description if you maybe want to get any of these, because these are some phenomenal deals for 4K. See, like I say, guys, collecting physical media doesn't have to be the most expensive hobby in the world. You can get great quality editions of your favorite films. There's some great movies here for very cheap. $11.99, $10.49, $9.99. Incredible prices. But yet the narrative always seems to be physical media has never been this expensive. It's the most expensive it's ever been. How can you even collect movies anymore? It's just not the case. All right. It's just not the case. But let's get into these. We got the Goonies on 4K for $9.99, The Thing on 4K for $10.49, Godzilla King of Monsters for $10.99, Get Out for $10.99, The Mummy for $10.99, Us for $10.99, The Shining for $11.49, Beetlejuice for $11.49, Megan for $11.49, Creature of the Black Lagoon for $11.99, Jaws for $11.99, Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown for $11.99, Rear Window for $11.99, Split for $11.99, Beverly Hills Cop 2 for $12.08, The Lost Boys for $12.49, Five Nights at Freddy's for $12.49, Evil Dead Rise for $12.49, Everything Everywhere All at Once for $12.49, Halloween 2018 for $12.49, It's a Wonderful Life for $12.82, Doctor Sleep for $12.99, Halloween Ends on 4K for $12.99, Halloween Kills for $12.99, The Sting for $12.99. It doesn't, guys. I can't keep this up. Sorry, I try to see how long I can do it. But look at all these titles, guys. Gremlins $13.99, Just look at them. You can get both Pet Cemeteries for $14.82. Adaptation on 4K is $15.19. Spider-Man Homecoming is $15.45. Focus is $14.99. The Visit from Kino Lorber is $14.99. Shaun of the Dead on 4K is $15.49. Like, great freaking deals going on right now. A lot of Kinos as well for $15.99, $16 right now. Like, cheaper than they would be in the Kino sale. Collecting does not have to break your bank. There's tons of deals going on all the time. Literally all the time. All right, so let's go back here and get into what is new this week. And then we're going to bring it home. We have got John Wick from the world of John Wick, Ballerina. That is coming out from Lionsgate this week on 4K for $27.96. Also a Blu-ray for $31.99. Also a 4K Amazon Steelbook. Let's go ahead and scroll back to the Steelbooks, guys. For $34.99 and a 4K Walmart Steelbook for $29.96. Now, I think as of right now, both the Steelbooks are sold out. But I could be wrong. Maybe they came back in stock. The Dark Knight Trilogy 4K Steelbook set from Warner Bros. Is sold out right now currently on Amazon, but it is also up on Zavi right now currently for $134.99. If you want to get this, you can still get it off of Zavi. The Materialist Blu-ray is coming out from A24 for $29.99. Coal Miner's Daughter is coming out on 4K from Universal for $27.19. Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out from Universal on 4K for $40.49. I think that dropped to $29.99 actually. Also Blu-ray for $24.95 and also a 4K Steelbook for $37.95 and a 7-movie 4K collection for $111.81. We've also got Kung Fu Panda coming out on 4K this week. Kung Fu Panda 2, sorry guys, on 4K from Universal for $24.99. We've got Elio coming out from Disney. 4K Steelbook for $48.49. Also a Blu-ray for $40.99. Then we've got the Ouija 4K Steelbook from Screen Factory for $35.99. We got High and Low coming to 4K from Criterion for $34.99. Clown in a Cornfield is coming to Blu-ray from RLJE for $17.59. And there's also a 4K Steelbook for $39 right there, guys, for $39.99. We got Samurai Resurrection coming to Blu-ray from Shout Factory for $24.49. Little House on the Prairie, the complete series on Blu-ray, guys, is coming out from Lionsgate for $154.49 for like 18 seasons of Little House on the Prairie or something like that. I don't know how many seasons it is. That's a steal, right? Let's see. Proof of the Man is coming out from Arrow Video for $19.99. Ice Road Vengeance is coming out on Blu-ray from Vertical Entertainment for $19.99. The Surfer is coming out on Blu-ray from Lionsgate for $19.99. And The Ritual is coming out on Blu-ray from Decal Releasing for $29.99. And lastly, Bride Hard, the chick flick event film of the summer, is coming out on Blu-ray from Magenta Light Studios for $29.99. And with that, guys, we are done with this week's edition of the Physical Media Report. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I feel like I was all over the place. And I apologize, but thank you for, joining me here today. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys clicking on the video, hitting the like button, leaving me a comment, supporting the channel. It's a beautiful thing, guys. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. And like I said, if anything else big drops, I'll do other videos. Okay. I like to make sure you guys get the news you need. All right. So like, comment, subscribe, turn on bell notifications for all future videos, and we'll see you next time.